So good morning, everybody. My name is Neiman Young, Assistant City Manager for the City of Corpus Christi. I'd like to welcome you all to our 10th press conference regarding a very critical project, which is the Yorktown Mud Bridge. As always, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank our partners in the media and you all's assistance with ensuring that we get information out to the stakeholders that utilize this important corridor on a daily basis. As a reminder, this is a three-phase project to get the bridge opened back up. Phase one was restoring the embankments along the bridge. This is complete, and we're currently in phase two, which is doing the pilings and the work under the bridge to ensure that the structure is stable. Our final stage will be phase three, where we're currently working with TxDOT and other state agencies to ensure that we have an accelerated timeline from the original plan to have the bridge replaced, which is scheduled to take place sometime in 2025. But as far as for 2023 and the current project, I'm going to invite Ernesto de la Garza, our Director of Public Works, to give you all an update on the project's current progress.
All right, good morning. I'm Ernesto de la Garza, Director of Public Works. Today we enter our 17th working day of the second phase. Our subcontractor, Southern Road and Bridge, has completed pouring concrete forms on the first two bent caps that they started their work on, and then they've already began working on the next three. If you recall, we called out 22 of the 55 pilings to be worked on, but those pilings are attached to bent caps, and 11 of the caps are being worked on to prepare for the piling work. Our subcontractor, as I mentioned before, has mobilized a second crew to stay on track with the 70 working day goal for this project to complete the bridge work in that time frame. If you recall, our TxDOT bridge inspection was from 2021. And then that one was the one that showed 4 pilings that had urgent repair needs on it. We are in the process of receiving the second one to reconcile that information with the work that our structural engineer had found. And so once we receive that from TxDOT, hopefully at the end of this week, then we will have a good comparison for what they inspected on their follow-up inspection for 2023, and then what we came up with from our structural engineer with Fries and Nichols. So once that is done, we'll pretty much have that information as far as knowing whether or not we have to add any additional work underneath the bridge. But the inspection has been thorough from our structural engineer, and so we're not anticipating a major change on that. As you recall, the second phase is expected to last the 70 working day, weather and times permitting. So we're hoping that the weather stays good. And then as far as our schedule is concerned, our subcontractor Southern Road and Bridge has given us the schedule, and they are on schedule as of today. So that's good news for us. To ensure that we also want to make sure that we ensure constant level of communication, continue providing these updates throughout the project, and then any other information could also be found on our city's website to update the Mud Bridge project progress. And as previously stated, we understand the importance of this bridge to the community, and we are diligently working on repairs to get this bridge opened up as quickly as possible. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Ernie. And I believe that Mr. De La Garza summed it up very well. The structure and this corridor is of the utmost importance and priority to the city. And in addition to that remaining a priority, we also value transparency, ensuring that we keep the stakeholders informed. So in that spirit, we will continue to host weekly press conferences. The next one will be next Wednesday. In the interim, you can refer to the website, which is www.cctexas.com/mudbridge. If there's any additional questions, we'll happily stand by. Thank you.
I have one for you. What is that 70th date? What is the date of that final completion?
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, based on our schedule, I want to say we have an anticipated completion date of March 28th is what I remember. But the 70 working days goes beyond that into the beginning of April. We can give you that specific date. But right now, our current projection on our construction schedule is ahead of schedule. Barring any kind of other additional scope that might happen under the bridge, which we don't expect, that would impact that completion date. But right now, our subcontractor is projecting an earlier than 70 working day date.
So another way to put that, you're optimistic that you may be done earlier than that 70 days?
That's our hope, yes, sir.
Any clue? And I know this is a crystal ball question, but how early could they be done? A week, a few days?
Maybe a week right now is what we're projecting. Like I said, we are expecting the TxDOT official report at the end of this week. If that report identifies need in addition to what our engineer found, then we will consider that additional scope if it's something that warrants some kind of treatment. But right now, that is not the case, and so we just have to wait and see. But for right now, we're looking at a week earlier than the 70 working days, and our subcontractor has 2 crews out here. They also are planning a 3rd one when they start the piling, so they are on board with us trying to achieve that advanced scheduled time frame. So, yes, sir. Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.